You guys don't have to go out on your fucking feet and walk door to door to door. You don't have to fucking think about doing that. It's not even a real thing you think about. That's what the fuck we did. Because if you go back in history, you'll realize that there was no social media during the time frame I was doing this. So how the fuck do you think I did it? That's how I did it. So it's not bullshit. So you guys take for granted this opportunity that you have and then whine about it and cry about it to a motherfucker that spent 10 fucking years and made $58 fucking thousand. You think I have any sympathy for your fucking story? Today's going to be a hybrid of Q&A and full length because we have one of my favorite personal development personalities, a buddy of mine who's come in all the way from San Diego, California, Mr. Wes Watson.
Big Andy, good to be here. Fuck, man. Hell and back to be on Real as Fuck with you it's not even that real to me feeling because we've always looked up to your voice as the most prominent in this fucking space. So I just want to say what's up to everybody.
Yeah, brother. It's an honor to have you here, man. I don't even remember how we connected. I think it was just through Instagram. I think I reached out to you and said, hey, bro, I love what the shit you're saying. It's amazing.
We like all the same shit.
Yeah.
Like we like being jacked. We like tats. We like nice cars. And we like helping motherfuckers live a better life.
That's it, dude. And it's, we connected over that. We stayed in touch and, I'm just happy to have you here, man. For real.
It's lovely. I mean, it's a dream come true to even be able to affect as many lives as we both have over the time that we have. I mean, the internet can be looked at so many fucking ways, but I was walking down the street. I just walked out of the hotel. You got us booked in St. Louis. And I walk out and the first motherfucker riding his bike goes, Wes fucking Watson, no way. And I'm just like, man, the reach is that far, how we can affect people. And from the penitentiary where I did 10 years and I've been out 4 years. So I did 10 years in California prison in the hardest of prisons, GP, general population, which is the name of my YouTube channel. This is the real shit. The real fucking shit.
This is not fucking country club prison.
No, it's not the white collar shit.
No,
it's not the other shit. This is gang banging,
yes.
Fucking whites, paisas, and Southsiders on one side of the fucking building, blacks, northerners, and others on the other side of the building. Massive racial divide. Everything is gangland. I mean, everything is gang separated. Everything is segregation. And I mean, in all reality, it taught me more than life could have fucking taught me tenfold. One of the first books I ever read was Bo Lozoff, We're All Doing Time. And he just said, being in the penitentiary and the prison system can help you wipe out karmic debt in a matter of time that nobody fucking could on the street. And it's so painful and powerful at the same time to me because I watch people walk around just fucking their lives up with their horrible habits, operating in this guilt and shame spiral that, can just be summed up by our daily actions, our thoughts, energy, and the actions that we partake in each day. So I came out with my message of how simple the solution to all this bullshit is. I documented in prison. I documented the whole time with burner cell phones, like contraband cell phones. I documented.
You were posting on social
media.
From fucking prison.
All you motherfuckers who can't get your posts up and you're all worried about it because your ego's so big, you're wondering how the fuck you look from each angle. Fuck that shit. You have a message to give. Like your story can be someone else's salvation. And I posted from 2014 till I got out late 2017, every fucking day in black and white. Why in black and white? Because I knew I was going to emerge. The day I emerged from prison, December 17, 2017, first post was in color. And I told everyone, watch me do this shit. As I walked out of prison after doing 10 years, I shook everyone's hand. I said, watch this. Watch this shit, motherfucker. Watch this. Because I knew a man with these habits couldn't be stopped.
Bro, I love it, man. Karmic debt.
Karmic debt. People don't even fucking know what that is.
Dude, this is something you and I have spoke about privately a number of times. And I actually believe you mentioned that. I think that's the first time we ever met was you talked about that.
Tommy shot you a video.
Yeah, and I said, bro, no one talks about this. I said, it's real shit.
I'm lit right now.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I mean, karmic debt can easily be broken down. There's always going to be 24 hours in the fucking day, but the universe is going to punish you for your negative acts with time. So, I mean, the 24 hours is still going to pass, but how constructive, how clear are you going to be able to use these hours? So just try. Everybody who's fucking listening, try. Like next time you get in an argument with your spouse, your mom, or one of your friends or something, just see how much time you lose after your negative act and your outburst and whatever. We don't want you to do anything fucking crazy, but next time you come out of character with someone, see how many constructive hours are taken from you. So you get in an argument with someone, it's 11 o'clock. You're still thinking about that argument at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So, I mean, all those hours were no longer constructive and taken from you. You were actually still stuck in that past moment. So moving forward, those 4 or 5 hours were just completely wiped out of your life because you were half your brain, like your cognitive ability was stuck in the past because you're paying for that action still until you actually are accountable for it. You send that message above. You're like, I know I fucked up, but then you still have to pay till that karmic debt's lifted. I was about 7 years into my prison sentence when I felt that karmic debt was lifted. It was kind of significant. I was reading Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, who speaks a lot about karmic debt. So once you understand these topics, you can see what's going on in your life. So anybody who's maybe experiencing like, you know, setbacks, adversity or anything, like seek a mentor, read, like find out what these things are that are happening to you so you can actually understand them and unmake them. So from that day forward, I quit smoking. I quit drinking. I don't look at porn. I don't miss a day. I just operate in complete congruence with my conscience. And so each time I accumulate any karmic debt, it's so small, I can watch how the time's stolen from me. And then I get my clarity back and I'm back on my path.
Bro, you said you operate aligned with your conscience.
Conscience congruency.
People, this is such a simple concept that people miss. And then they're consumed with anxiety and shame and depression and frustration because they're unaware of this concept that we're talking about. It's real simple, guys. When you know it's right, that's what you do. When you know it's wrong, you say no. And if you operate in that, surprisingly, for a very short amount of time, your conscious and everything in your mind and everything in your brain and everything in your life will clear the fuck up. It's the fact that you continue to do shit that you know is not good for you that's causing you the anguish to trail along behind. And that's the weight you feel. That's the shit you feel when you can't figure out, man, I can't figure out why the fuck I feel this way. Well, the reason you feel this way is because you're probably not aware that you're violating the law of karmic debt.
Universal laws being violated.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is like, I've broken every fucking law. That's why I went to prison. I didn't miss a fucking Boy Scout meeting. I went for fucking, I went for robbery in the first, assault deadly weapon, burglary in the first. I mean, they made it like a home invasion because there was another accomplice and when it was an inhabited dwelling. So, I mean, it's like a weed deal gone bad. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the thing is, I still haven't said I fucking did it. I went to trial and fucking lost. And the second he slammed the gavel down, it was real, but it wasn't that real to me because I knew I was going to write a fucking story. I picked up the pen that second. I said, I have an opportunity to write a story that has rarely been told in the way I'm going to tell it. And the only way I can explain it is what you're drawn to is inseparably connected to your purpose. So you motherfuckers may not know to listen to your conscience, your intuition, but I just wanted to do 20 pull-ups at 220 and be the taddest motherfucker on the yard. Now that's an integral part of who I am today. And people don't get that. They're just not listening to that voice inside and they're not understanding that, hey, if you do like that, your vibe attracts your tribe, you dumb motherfucker. Like be the best at that and then draw everybody in. So over time, it started with, I need to make this look, this appearance. This goes with Maslow's law of growth. So, I mean, it goes with appearance and then it goes into self-actualization and then self-transcendence. This was a route I took. So I built this appearance of this individual that I admired so much that I started to put this person on a pedestal. Now, I built this person over time, working out every day, solidifying these virtues and these disciplines and these habits and this character. After that took place, the quotes, the reading, and all the other stuff stepped in. This was like a phase of self-actualization. This is where people say, I'm doing me, I'm doing me, I'm doing me. A lot of people stay in that phase of self-actualization for so fucking long that they just keep doing them. And that causes self-sabotage because they never realize what we did, what we fucking do is to finally transcend self and do all of this and be everything we are for everybody else. That's what keeps you from the self-sabotage and the backslide. But over time, no one really saw this until you step back and you see Maslow discovered this a long time ago in his growth needs pyramid. And I've just been really studying the tops and the greats. But then I turned around. I turned the book around on all their fucking books. I said, I don't want to fucking look like this motherfucker. You know, I don't want to look like this guy. Is he just the biggest hypocrite? Like, how does he know all this about discipline but look like that? So that's why we're making...
Bro, that was me.
So that's why we're making that ripped, rich, rare fucking individual.
Yeah, bro, that was fucking me. people don't realize that I was a fucking world-class speaker when I was 350 fucking pounds. Like, I'm up on the stage in front of 10,000 motherfuckers at 350 pounds talking about getting your shit together, bro. And I saw a video of myself and I was like, oh, fuck, bro, you got to get in shape. Yeah. Like, it fucking scared me because I didn't even realize that was the case.
Hypothetical is hypocritical. And wisdom is across the
board. Really is. It really is. And that's those
motherfuckers who hit us up all the time. Hey, Andy, you shouldn't buy that next $2 million car. You should have put that in passive income property. Shut the fuck up, dude. It's not even an option for you.
Listen, dude. We go on and on about that.
These guys have no money and they give you all the financial advice. They got the worst physique and they're giving you fitness advice.
Bro.
I'm just blocking them all day. Like, just all fucking day.
I have a hard time with the internet, bro. Like, real talk. Like, it is just like, I'm just like constantly holding my fucking head like.
Oh, you do it right. Because love ain't lies.
No.
So the love that you spread on the internet is the truth.
Yeah, that's it, dude. I even did a story today talking about this. You know, I talked about coming off Lexapro for 10 years on the show a couple days ago. And bro, I was just telling the guys before you walked in, it's probably my most DM'd thing that I've talked about ever on the show. And the amount of people who have been affected by this is mind blowing. And so I'm glad I talked about it, but everybody's fucking worried about me. You know what I'm saying? They're like, bro, I'm so worried about you. You know, are you okay? Bro, yes, I'm good. The only reason I fucking do social media is to show you motherfuckers that people who are doing things that you would like to do are just like you.
And they're struggling too.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm good, bro. Like, I love you guys. I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. But listen, I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. You can't fuck with me, okay? The world can rain down fucking fire and brimstone on my motherfucking head. I'm gonna do what you did. I'm gonna see it as an opportunity to tell a fucking better story.
So using it as a story. Yeah. That's the catalyst. What you said right there. This is the biggest thing that you motherfuckers out there need to realize. You fucking motherfuckers who think being too humble is the right fucking way. You see what he said? I'm the baddest motherfucker alive. There's 3 success traits to the top people. Number 1, you have to think that you're the fucking best. You're the baddest motherfucker alive. How are you going to get first place if you don't think you're the baddest motherfucker? Number two is that you're never satisfied. It's almost to a point of like insecurity that, goddamn, I need a 40,000 square foot building next time, motherfucker. This ain't enough. You're never satisfied. And number 3 is impulse control. Those are the 3 traits of a hyper successful motherfucker. And if you came in this fucking building right now, you would see that this dude possesses all 3.
Well, I appreciate it, man. But like, dude, all 3 of those things are fucking difficult for me. They're difficult for me, just like they're difficult for you guys. There's a meme I post pretty consistently, and it shows a little pawn looking in a mirror, and in the mirror is a king. It's a chess piece, okay? So the pawn chess piece standing in front of the mirror, in the mirror is a king. And it always gets like mixed reviews. Like, people are they don't really understand what it means. And what it means is what you just said, which is this. If you don't fucking see yourself as the motherfucking baddest motherfucker ever, nobody, and whether it's true or not, like, listen, man, is there badder motherfuckers than me? Yeah, dude, of course. This is a mentality, okay? Nothing can fuck with me. It can snow 10 feet, motherfucker, and I'm getting my shit done, period. I'll swim through the shit. It doesn't matter. It's a mentality. And what you guys have to understand is that to become who it is that you're looking to become, you have to see that before the other people. And people think it's the other way around. You guys think that the world is going to come and wave its little wand and said, you're the chosen one. Now go be a king. That's not how it happens. How it happens is you make a decision that this is what the fuck you're going to do, and you do it. It's that simple. But if you don't believe in yourself to start, okay, no one else is ever going to believe in you. And in the beginning, you kind of got to fake it a little bit. You kind of got to tell yourself a little story.
Yeah, habitual construction.
Yeah. And then what you do is you go out and do the work required day in and day out and day in and day out and day in and day out. And you get to a point, like I always tell you guys, the work comes before the belief. If you're behaving like a king, if you're doing the work that the other guy did to become the king, you are eventually going to see results doing that work. And every time you see results, every time you make a little progress, every time you push through and you get a little bitty win, dude, and the win can be as simple as saying no to that pizza that's in front of your fucking face, or saying no to that beer. Every time you get a win, you start to believe more and more and more that you are becoming that motherfucking king. And that is the key. It is not something that people give you permission. If you are waiting around for someone to come along and believe in you before you go, you are going to lose and miss and regret your whole entire life. It's just reality.
Oh, it's massive. I mean, a lot of people are confused about that being too humble shit because everyone's telling they just want to take your shine. I mean, look up the definition of humility. It's a low view of oneself. It's fucking ridiculous. But I mean,
I think being, dude, you know Alex Hermosi?
Yeah.
We see him on the internet. He's going to come on the show here. Dude, he said something, and it was a quote from someone else, and he was just re-quoting it. But he's the one that I first saw it. And it was something to the effect of true humility is not seeing yourself as less. It's seeing other people as being capable of what the fuck you are.
Best shit ever right there.
Bro,
I mean, that's the gift that people like me and you have.
That's what they
That's
don't
why
get.
we talk like this.
Yes,
Because we're like,
and dude,
I see your potential. Step the fuck up, motherfucker.
Yes, that's it. And people
I see who you
people
are.
take it as cocky or
Oh, no, they're
arrogant or this
stupid.
or that. No, maybe, dude. Maybe, just maybe, I know what it's like to be you.
Dude, I was you. I'm the version of you before you fucking I got here.
That's what I'm saying.
And the thing is, like, the man who takes more pride in the steps it takes to attain the result than the result itself, he can't be stopped. And so for 15 fucking years, I've just lived the same day. And like people like us, we show this boring day, the same day, like the same pick, the same shit, the same shit, the same shit. And they don't want to fucking do that. These people, they really just don't get the process and how long it takes. I literally tell people all the time, your first post is going to suck. Like your first YouTube post, your first Instagram post, your first podcast and all that shit. I tell them that. I say, but mine didn't, motherfucker. Mine first one got 675,000 views on YouTube. My second got 3.4 million. Why, bitch? Because for 10 years, I built a different type of motherfucker. I believe in preparation, not competition, motherfucker. Shit. These motherfuckers all want to compete. They ain't even fucking prepared if they have to compete. No. I'm not competing for that chick. I ain't competing for that position. I ain't competing for shit because when I step up, you're going to hear that I was prepared.
You know, one of the things I really like about the message that you put out, bro, and dude, you're like me. Like we curse a lot.
Could fucking do it.
Yeah, we curse a lot. We're intense dudes.
Good.
But you know what? I know. But like what people miss, dude, is that that intensity comes from a place of love for your fucking potential. It comes from a place of what the fuck we believe in you. So like, don't look at people like Wes and say, oh, you know, you're too intense or he's bro. It's because we see what the fuck you
This
could
is what
be.
I do to them every time. Okay, every time a motherfucker comes in your comments or tells you a certain way, they're like, hey man, if you kind of change your language, then maybe it would benefit you. And I go to their page. I'm like, is that how you're killing it so hard? Well, hey, so wait. I just want to know this, like real quick. If I change the way I'm talking, could I have 865 followers and
you mean I could be like you?
No fucking money online? So if I take your advice right now, bitch, am I going to end up like you? Okay, if I'm gonna, then I'll pass. I'll void what you said. Guy in the gym. Hey, you should do your push-ups like this. Bro, I'm going to tell you something real quick, motherfucker. Will I look like you if I do the push-ups you're telling me to do right now? Am I going to look like you? You guys are like, I didn't mean it that way. I'm like, because if I am, I'm going to go ahead and not do them. Dude, you ain't doing it,
what
homeboy.
What have we lost in society? Like, what is it? What is this
awareness?
Shit? Bro, that's what it is.
They're delusional as fuck.
That's
they see
what it
someone
is.
that's not there.
Like, what
the
is
measuring
that?
tools are gone. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Like, are you able to see us both in the goddamn mirror, motherfucker? Like, why are you giving me advice?
Dude,
the broke-ass motherfucker
listen,
give me financial advice, and
I'm
they
glad-
don't even know what's
Hey,
going on.
Just keep going, because you're saying exactly what I'm
Fuck
saying.
these motherfuckers, man. Hey, literally.
Bro, I want to get on here every fucking day and say that, so thank you.
Get
Like,
out of go in my comments. I wait for them to say something. Hey, maybe you shouldn't do this. Well, hey, Greg, I'm just asking, will I end up like you, the stud you are, if I listen to you, you big stud, you big homie, big dog? And they're just
what
like,
is this shit, dude?
it's
Like
crazy.
you guys out there listening, like,
It is entitlement, bro.
dude, I don't know what it is. Like,
it's
it's
the
so,
opposite of gratitude. Look,
It is.
they should be grateful the fact that we're dropping heat on them from our position for free 99.
no, it's free game, dude.
Dude, fuck, man. If I was even All I have to do is get around this, and my level is going to be so big next year, it's going to fuck people's brains up.
Well, dude, that's because
this level that he just brought,
well,
like, by showing us this place.
You live in the quantum realm.
Fuck.
Well, we all do, but you understand
You're
it.
aware that you
I
live in the
understand
quantum.
it.
Yeah.
Gave me the fucking chills right when you said it.
Seeing things that exceed what it is that you could possibly understand expands our ability to attract for oneself. And it's important. This is why I love people coming here. Because, dude, not to brag, but like it's way better in person than you could tell online.
The thing is, you can't see, like me and you and like people who are at a high level, you're fucking like, you can't see your level till you see it through someone else's eyes.
Yeah.
And that's the observer. Like the observer is like someone who creates fucking bigger than their vision. You know, they're going towards something that's so fucking crazy. And like, I have to drive around often and people are going to be like, oh, that's really shallow and ego filled. No, you motherfuckers who don't post online, don't give value, and are real worried about how you look and sound and don't give anyone anything, you're the big ego having motherfuckers.
And you don't want it broken down.
Dude, they can't even accept it. But I have to like go out in public. Like I'll drive around one of my Rolls Royces, one of my Lamborghinis, whatever the fuck. And I have to like let people see my level for me to understand where I'm at. Cause I'm very normal and I'm very fucking just humanized by life. I spend a lot of time just working on other people. But when you see your level through someone else's eyes, it becomes real fucking real. So I hope you could see it in mine today. That
I can.
Fuck.
And I appreciate the fuck out of it.
Oh, that's the real shit.
Because I forget it too, bro.
You have to.
Because like, dude, like
you're just you when you wake up you.
Dude, that's it. And like, that's what I try to communicate. And bro, I appreciate the fuck out of that. But like, you know, I try to communicate that to you all listening. You know, guys, like, I get it. Like I the only reason I come on here is to show you that like how normal the fuck I am. Like, because I want you to understand what you're capable of. We live in this world that is designed for us to become fat, weak, uneducated, broke.
It's embraced.
Yeah. And dependent on the government, motherfuckers. That's the whole fucking play. And so like you guys who think you're patriotic and you want the country to get better, if you're not handling those things in your own lives, you're contributing to the fucking problem. That's the reality. That's why I talk about personal excellence as the ultimate rebellion. Bro, if you're not doing anything about your fat body, if you're not doing anything about your uneducated mind, if you're not doing anything about your low bank account, if you're not doing anything about your fucked up family, if you're not doing anything to contribute to your kids and your neighbors' kids and the community, you are part of the motherfucking problem. And that's what people are failing to understand. Everybody out there thinks that someone else is coming to do the fucking job. Bro, we're Americans, motherfucker. We do the fucking job. We do it as individuals. And as an individual, we collectively all contribute to the greater good. That's the point of this country. That's how the fuck it was founded. That's what it's supposed to stand for. It's not supposed to stand for, hey, the government's giving me a fucking stimulus check. Or, hey, I'm on fucking food stamps. Or, hey, and by the way, if you're going through a hard time and you happen to be, cool. But don't stay there. Work through it. Okay? Because we all have an obligation. The reason our culture is fucked right now is because the government propagates our people to believe they are less than what the fuck they are for their benefit. And that's what guys like us are trying to do.
We're trying the front. That's right. From the fucking
We're trying to make you understand that a fat little fucking stupid motherfucker like me from fucking St. Louis, Missouri can do some pretty awesome shit. And a dude who spent 10 years in fucking prison can come out in 4 years and build himself a fucking empire. You have the opportunity in front of you. You're just not believing enough in yourself to take that fucking step. Okay? And dude, all I want for the last 7-8 years of content where people are like, oh, you're so intense. Oh, you're fucking yelling all the time. You're motherfucking right. I'm yelling all the time. That's what I do. I fucking yell because I know what the fuck you're doing and I'm watching you not become who it is you were meant to become. And it makes me mad. That's it.
I always tell people, I love all people, but I hate your fucking habits. Because I was in prison, and this is how it all started.
Man,
I was in prison. I was around these fucking people. When you can discern from two things, when you can say, because we love people. That's why the fuck we're here.
You know, you know what's funny,
the leader
bro?
that you are here, the leader you are here is so fucking crazy. It's
I think I put myself through a lot of mental anguish because I've told myself for years that I actually hate people.
No.
But the funny thing
hate their
is,
habits.
The funny thing is, when I'm around people who are actually working hard, like my buddy Kenny Claiborne, he's a coach for First Form. He brought 100 people here a couple weeks ago. Bro, I got to sit there and talk to person after person after person who is legitimately changing their lives. Bro, I left that day. Like, I stood in line for like an hour or something, took pictures. Normally, I hate that shit. I left that day. It was the best I fucking felt in an entire fucking 12-month period.
Yeah, so once you take accountability for the people.
Bro, that's it. It made me realize that it's not that I don't like people. It's that I don't like people who aren't willing to take control of their shit.
I'd say, but in prison,
I don't like victims.
Fucking 100%.
Yeah.
In prison, okay, it's real political. Like, it's racially divided. So, like, if the white boys go get a fucking affront from another race, from some dope or whatever, you have to smash your own people. You have to discipline your own fucking people. So I always just looked around, I'm like, look at these fucking dope fiend bitches, pussy motherfucking punks. They can't even make a fucking workout. They ain't fucking jacked like me. They don't move like me. I woke up at 2:45 every day for the last 15 years because it just means a lot to me. You put the power into your fucking life. So I put the power into every day, every morning, every wake up, every fucking workout I've never missed. I haven't missed a workout in 15 fucking years. Multiple workouts throughout prison and still in the streets. But I was leading from the front the whole time because I had to show these fucking people. I had to lead with action. I had to show them that, like, true leaders, they hold you to your potential. You're not going to hold yourself to your potential. Like, you're going to hold other people to the standards that you set. So there's something that happened like an hour ago. It changed fucking a lot for me. I went to put back a fucking dumbbell in your gym, and I put it back like, fucking probably a couple minutes off. It was a clock. Like, the 30 wasn't fully straight up and down. It was twisted a little bit.
2 minutes off.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes off. Yeah. Like, it was literally 2 minutes off, you guys. You wouldn't even have fucking noticed. But Andy fucking noticed. And you'd have been fucking fired if that motherfucker wasn't straight at 6 o'clock, the 30. But that's the whole thing. Real leaders, you're not going to hold yourself to your potential. A real leader is going to hold you to your highest potential. And it's because they give a fuck. They want you to be better. And you're building fucking better people. And my fucking business started in prison by me doing that to the people around me because I read Jocko's book. And I walked around pissed at everyone. I'm like, look at these fucking bitches, pussy motherfuckers. And this is when you're in a phase of self-actualization. Like, you're winning. You got it. Your growth is so high. You're the shit. You're winning. You're the best. You wake up early. You work out. You're focused on you. Read that book and it said, if people are failing around you, it's your fucking fault. And so these guys,
I agree with that.
These guys were failing. You're not you wouldn't even let the fucking weight fail. So I get that. But anyways, the fucking, I look around and these motherfuckers are failing around me and I'm talking shit to them. If I know the fucking answer, why can't I articulate it to them and get them there? So then my business started there. That's when I transcended self. At that point, I was hating on people and thinking them and their habits were a whole. Then once you transcend self, you realize you're accountable to the people and to change their habits. So then I step back. Anyone who's messing up, I know the fucking answer. I should be able to fucking articulate it to them. And then I started changing these men that were murderers, fucking dope fiends, fucking everything. And I was one of the, like, I'm big, I'm like 230 in prison, fully blasted, prison tats, earned my shit, been in the shoe, done all the shit, level 4 yards, put the work in, fucking did all the dirt. And I'm well respected. And every block we go in, I got cell phones. I got the green dot numbers. I'm running shit, like all the fucking illegal shit I'm good at too. But, so the motherfuckers, they'll listen to me. I'm like a regarded motherfucker, not some nerd telling a motherfucker what to do. That's what a lot of people don't get to. Don't be a fucking nerd. Like, really level the fuck up. But straight up, that's when I found that energy leak. So a lot of you guys out there who've done a lot of personal growth and self-actualization, like, notice that energy leak. Are you hating on people around you and like the people instead of saying, no, I owe them the fucking answer? And that's what we do every day. All you motherfuckers out there that just think we're making content for our gang. We don't have to fucking do this shit. We know how to advertise and make businesses and sell services without pouring our soul into all this content. We do this shit because it really creates better people around us and better people in general, which negates the headache and the energy leak of, look at this stupid motherfucker still doing this shit. And you just create better motherfuckers.
Yeah, I feel a duty to do it, bro.
A duty, 100%. It's a call from within. You owe them the answer because you know the answer.
Yeah, I just, it's a patriotic duty too, bro. It's not a,
see, like, prison is like its own little country.
Yeah.
So like you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it to the world, to the fucking, to our country and everything. And that's what I've done now. But it started as this small entity. I got to make these people fucking better.
Yeah. I love it, man. Let's get some questions going.
Yeah, let's get a couple in, man. I mean, we're talking about changing our lives, Wes, and you actually brought it up too, talking about the karmic debt, right?
Karmic debt's massive.
What do you guys say to older guys that are 50 or 60 years old, that want to kickstart their lives now after years of wasted time? Like, is it different for them?
I mean, the older you get, it really doesn't matter. 60's a new 40, 50's a new 30, done right. I got motherfuckers on my program that are 52 and they feel better than they've ever felt. I mean, so.
Bro, look at my dad.
It's what it is.
He's 77 years old, bro. He runs fucking 5 miles a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, Colonel Sanders, what was he, in his 60s when he fucking
made chicken?
KFC?
Yeah, that's just.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the thing is, with the karmic debt, most karmic debt is attached to vices and bad habits. Vices and bad habits lower your frequency. When your frequency's low due to guilt and shame to your choices and your habits, now your frequency is what you frequently see. So your world is low. Everything's low. You can never think you're going to build this massive business because your perception is flawed. The world's not as it is. The world is as you are. So if you're not creating a good you, you're not going to be good in the fucking world. That's why I tell people, I'm like, you suck at being you, motherfucker. Like, they're like, I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. I'm going to be this. I'm like, you have to be a good you first, or you're going to be a shitty doctor, shitty businessman, shitty entrepreneur, shitty father, shitty everything.
That's real.
So you have to build the best you. So some of my content is like, how the fuck are you going to do that? You still suck at being you, motherfucker. I could give you all that money you want, and you still fucking suck, and you'll trash it. So until you build the best you, which is like the byproduct is always personal development, your success can never exceed your level of personal development. Success is something you attract by the person you've become. So, I mean, motherfuckers just don't get that. And so these older cats got to realize they have to first shift their habits, get rid of their vices, shift their habits so that it can alter their perception and the way they view the world. So now they can actually go after stuff in a positive way. If not, they're just going to be a pessimist their whole life.
dude, I also think it's important for you guys who are older to realize physically, the human body is an amazing thing. Like you can become young again by just taking care of your body. But it's the time factor that like bothers me how people see this. Okay. Like they're 60 years old and they're like, holy fuck, I fucked up my first 60 years. Like let's just say for sake of argument.
Yeah.
Should I just continue to live the final 20 years of my life, maybe if I'm lucky to be a piece of shit and continue to, bro, you're only going to remember the last few years anyway. That's the fucking truth. So why not become the person that you were meant to become? That way, when you're 80 years old and you're about to kick it, you'd be like, hey, dude, I figured it the fuck out.
Figured it out.
You can feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not leaving shit on the table. Like, I don't see it as an age thing. I see it as a like a self-actualization thing. Like,
100%.
like, have I actually become what I can become?
That's what I always tell people our life's purpose is, and it's our life's purpose is to create the man we admire in every way and give him to the world.
Yeah.
And that's actually the pyramid of growth that Maslow's all pyramid is that you create the person and then transcend self-actualization, self-transcendence to create the best you and then teach.
Dude, there's this woman on TikTok. Her name is Dump Truck Jordan. She's 450 pounds. And her whole TikTok was basically just her consuming this food and talking shit.
Damn.
Well, she decided she wanted to change. And she came down here. She came to First Form. I met her. I talked to her.
I saw the pictures yesterday.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And bro, this woman has figured out at 23, 24 years old that she has her whole life ahead of her. And she's talking to me, dude. And I could tell it's like something like, she's like, fuck, I could be dead. Like I've let myself go. I'm miserable. Like she's telling me all these things. And I'm just sitting here with like pure admiration for her that she's like not just doing what every other motherfucker does and just accept their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So like, dude, however old you are, whatever condition you may be in, whether it, because a lot of people will tell them when they're overweight, and you know this because you deal with overweight people too. They'll be like, well, my body's totally fucked from being overweight. Well, it'll be a lot less fucked if you fucking take care of it. You know what I'm saying?
It's about how you feel.
That's what I'm saying.
In prison, there is no fucking mirror.
Yeah.
So you do the fucking workout to feel better in the fucking moment.
That's
life
it,
is
dude.
strung together moments. If you learn to master moments, you master life. This is what people don't get. Wes, why do you get up at 2:45? Why would you need to get up that early? Like, Jesus. It's the same gym at 4 o'clock, Wes. At 4 a.m. is 4 p.m. Why do you work out at 4 a.m.? What do you get from all this, Wes? It's what I get rid of. I get rid of all the negativity inside me, all the self-doubt, all the limiting beliefs, all that shit that has you operating from a low frequency mindset that is actually the stressors that aid you. If you operate past all this and you operate from a higher frequency and vibration, you don't even exist on the same like level of fucking aging that people do. You're not affected by shit. People ask me, well, how I could sleep so little. I don't believe in what the fuck you guys believe in. I don't even think I'm fucking human. Like, I don't even fucking operate from anything. They say, what if you get sick? I said, I don't fucking participate in illness, bitch. The fuck are you talking about? You'll never fucking see me. They're like, what if you get the flu or something? I don't even participate in that shit. That was like one of my first videos.
You fucking fire the flu, motherfucker.
Not one motherfucker saw me miss. It's literally like,
oh, you're sick? Fuck that.
Right.
You're fired.
These are all the indoctrined beliefs that fucking people believe are working. You know, like these are indoctrined beliefs that you need 8 hours, that when you're sick, you feel a certain way. I swear I could be so fucking sick and go get a pump in that gym and just elevate right past it. Like all that shit's attached to Wes Watson and what he knows. Once I elevate my mindset, I'm way above it. And the pump's secure. I mean, and the pump could be anything. I teach people to elevate past negativity with 2 forms. Peak physical performance, where no negative internal state can coexist during peak physical performance. You've never had someone in the middle of a marathon be like, my anxiety's kicking in. Like, holy shit. You can't. It's not possible. And then becoming the source of what you seek. So right now we're in flow state. You don't want a cheeseburger. You don't want sex. You don't want more money. Like, you don't have to piss. Like, why the fuck would none of that take place right now? Because we've elevated past self. Wes and Andy don't exist. We're on a different plane. We're in flow state. And so all the desires of a lower frequency mindset are gone. So when you learn to exist there, which is purpose, you learn to exist creating your purpose and not operating from Wes. That's the life that's best lived because you're in flow state the whole time and you're not constricted by time. And the only pain we know on this earth is time driven. And the only pain people know is attached to like time frames and everything that they're putting on themselves to operate from expectations.
I get it, dude. I always tell people, and I got episodes on it, purpose plus gratitude plus discipline is happiness. That's happiness. And people try to manufacture happiness by taking a pill like I did, right? Or, and by the way, no surprise I was fucking depressed. I was fat as fuck. I was not doing the shit that I could do. I was leaving everything on the fucking table. You're going to be depressed like that.
Well, your conscience is guiding you with all that
yes.
shit. I want people to just step in the mirror tomorrow morning. And then just the first thing that your conscience tells you to remove, fucking remove. Is it the drink? Is it that 15 pounds? Whatever it is. And just start there. And be honest with yourself that if you're not answering the call of your conscience, you're going to be miserable. A lot of cultures say your conscience is the authentic voice of God. It's your path that you're supposed to fucking walk. I just walk it. It's fucking real fucking easy. When you choose your conscience over Wes Watson and his desires. Like, oh, I really want this or I need this. I don't even fucking do that shit.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I just think it's important for you guys to understand too. Like, listen, dude, it doesn't matter if you're 70 years old and you've never done shit and you feel like shit about your life. The best thing you can do is not to feel like shit again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. It's to do what you can with what you got. And if you do what you can with what you got, at least you'll be able to close your eyes and take that fucking long ass nap that we're all going to have to take and say, dude, I figured it out.
Those dumb motherfuckers who would not do what they can with what they got where they're at, they're all the dudes in prison. There's a thing in prison where they say, 90 days to the house, I'm going to start working out. Now, I just woke up every day with the same process just to feel better.
90 days to the house, like getting out?
Yeah, when they're getting out in 90 days. Like 90 days to the house, I'm really going to buckle down on my workout and I'm really going to get jacked. But I just woke up every day with the same fucking process that gave me clarity, gave me that fucking positive mental attitude and made me feel better. I just woke up for that every day. The byproduct of that was that I was jacked and I was a completely different person in the end. These motherfuckers are so super fucking official. They really just think I'm just going to get jacked in 90 days. Now, the fat people of the world, the broke people of the world are the most superficial because they tried to be not fat one time and they tried to be rich one time, but they fucking quit because they're so fucking superficial. They didn't get their results in a couple fucking weeks or months or years.
Yeah, or
so they are the most
superficial. They couldn't deal with the fucking falling in front of people.
It's fucking crazy.
If you're going to accomplish anything, whether it be your fitness, whether it be your business, whether it be fucking anything, you are going to have to be willing to fail in public. Like you're going to have to be willing to fall on your face and get the fuck back up and not give two fucks what every little fucking person on the internet or in your circle or in your that you used to know from fucking grade school gives a fuck about.
So that's the best part is I see it as a failure if I don't do the posts, if I don't do the workout, if I don't do this shit. So you have to use the internet and use everybody as an accountability tool. No, I'm a failure if I didn't go get it. Like I'm a failure if I didn't get a 6-pack and my fucking kids had to see me with my stupid ass food out doing my fucking diet again. Oh, here's dad with his bitch ass diet again, and he's still gonna have tits this summer. Like, fuck that shit. He's harassing your family with another gym membership or another fucking diet, and you're not gonna pull it off again. That is the most irresponsible, inconsiderate, despicable thing you could do to people, is to show up every day and not get fucking results. The most common man on this planet is a consistent man with no fucking results. So that's why I say gratitude's results. If you're really grateful for the day, the moment, and what you got, you get fucking results, motherfucker. And if you really care about the people the fuck around you, you get results for them. You fucking, dude, stuff that shit, them fucking feelers down inside and realize you chose pizza over your fucking kids. Fuck that. Or your fucking people. Like, I have to show the fuck up because I owe the fucking world. I owe every motherfucker that's ever believed in me for 1 second that I won't quit. And there's motherfuckers that wake up, and as I'm getting up in San Diego, they're in Australia like, oh, Wes is up again. Fuck it. Hell yeah, I was about to drink that beer. But man, this dude's relentless. Like, I can be like that. I can be like that. This is what we're really doing, is we're just proving that, like, literally we can weather anything. And it's harder to not.
Yeah. Yeah. It's way, way harder to not. Way harder.
Unfulfilled potential will be the worst thing on your
When
deathbed.
I think about how I was mentally before I started living that way, because like you guys know, I live on Live Hard program, dude. Like this will be my 4th year. Okay. I wake up every motherfucker. You guys say, oh, he lives on that. No shit. It's supposed to be lived on. That's why it's called a fucking program. It's not a fucking challenge like all you guys keep saying.
Some people need that shit like air. Like I need my program or I'm a fuck. They're like, oh, that's wrong if you fucking are like a dick because you don't do all this shit. Motherfucker, you guys don't realize that those that don't reflect, they project. So when you're down on yourself, you're projecting that down ass mood. I just get angry with myself, so I project anger. I have to fucking make sure that I subdue all those negative feelings inside with constructing the life of my dreams, knowing I'm stacking wins, knowing I'm a winner. And guess what? When I create a winner inside, I project a winner onto others. You need a fucking coach and people around you. They say, psychologists say that you see your projected current self on other people. So, I mean, you need someone around you who is killing it so hard in every way.
You can't
They're always looking at you, seeing that. And he's like, why the fuck can't you be ripped and fucking multimillionaire and kill it and be all this shit? Because he's just seeing what he knows himself to be on other motherfuckers. And that's what I do. So you need people who see that. Look at the other side of this. The people who haven't done shit. They see themselves projected on you. They're weak ass, low ass, victim ass self projected on you. We ain't gonna do nothing. It's not possible. And they don't know how it could possibly fucking work out.
Bro, the same people are the same people that say, oh, it's luck. Oh, it's this. Oh, he's in the right place at the right time. Bro.
Had it easy.
Yeah. $58,000 total my first 10 years.
That's that story was crazy.
Fucking lucky.
The desk story. I remember when I saw his first desk story about buying the desk for $800.
Yeah.
That
we
they
had
were
a
like
fucking
tripping
argument
on
over it, bro.
Yeah, tripping on it.
Me and Chris almost fucking split the partnership of this fucking company over an $800 motherfucking desk.
That's the best story ever.
Yeah, because dude, it's $800 at that time when I bought it. So we had this fucking store. We still have the store. It's Manchester Supplement Superstores here in St. Louis. In the back of that store, there's a fucking room. Okay. And at one time, that was our biggest space that we had in the whole company. So I wanted to get a conference table for it so that, we could meet and have meetings and do shit a real company does, which we weren't doing at the time. The cheapest fucking conference table that I could fucking find was $800. Okay. And $800 at that time may as well have been $1 million. No bullshit. Like, it was a fucking lot of money. Like, it was so much money that we had to discuss it.
Compared to now, it was 80 million.
Yeah, right. Like, dude, like, it's Yeah, exactly. That's what it would be like. It would be like $80 million.
It's like literally, hey, let's blow $80 million out of the current expense budget here.
And so we literally we're like, fuck you over this fucking desk. So like if we could go from there, and by the way, that was fucking 8 years into our business. 8 fucking years into that wasn't on the first fucking day.
These motherfuckers want to be millionaires in the first 6 months.
Dude, that's what, and I get offended by that fucking expectation.
As you should be.
Like these people come at me and they're like, oh, bro, blah, blah, blah. They try to take the story from me. Motherfucker, there's too many people who were fucking customers back then who remember coming in the store saying, oh, no, that's the fucking real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? One of them cuts my motherfucking hair every fucking Wednesday in a barbershop.
I heard that story.
That's named after
gold.
the guy next door named Harvey, who was our only fucking customer probably hundreds of days. Okay? So like when you say I can't do it, that feels disrespectful as fuck to me because I know you can. I know you fucking can.
There's so much truth to the 10-year rule. Like putting that time in. My 10 years was just in the penitentiary.
What is it, 10 years, 10,000 hours?
It's just fucking
Malcolm Gladwell talks about that.
Motherfuckers who really want to be on that level is fucking crazy. Like my 10 years was just in prison. And so when I got out, I was just that mindset of someone who could do it. Anyone who doesn't believe everything's mindset, they're fucking tripping. But I did all my growth in the penitentiary. I got out and it was pretty easy to build everything because I was already there mentally as an individual. I was elevated. I was out of my fucking way. But I mean, you fought all the way out here to where most of the business and all the shit was just fucking 8 years in or 10 years in. Also,
bro, like that's the other thing. We didn't have social media.
Yeah.
We didn't have, that's what you guys fucking failed to understand.
That's so easy to blow shit up now. It's crazy.
Like, dude, you guys have these tools that you can literally, and then what pisses me off even more is these motherfuckers that just take the tool and say they have a company. No, e-com, selling fucking widgets on e-com is not a fucking company. You might make some money. You haven't built a company. You're using a tool to cash flow. If you were fucking intelligent, you would listen to somebody like me and use that tool to build a fucking empire because it's the most powerful fucking tool that has ever been created in business is e-commerce marketing. You guys have no idea, bro. I had to walk heel toe this motherfucking shit around Springfield, Missouri, knocking on fucking doors for the first fucking 6 years of our fucking company saying, hey, I'm Andy. I don't know if any of you guys work out, man, but we own this supplement store down the street. Like that's how we fucking had to do it before the internet. You know why I can get on stage and fucking blow the motherfucking house down? Because I've had 10 million and times a fucking billion.
Some Joe Biden
in
numbers.
Person. Yeah, that's right. I've had Joe Biden's job creation numbers in my motherfucking conversations. That's how many conversations.
Put the steps in. You put
what
the work
10,
in. Reps.
10 million, 100
10,000
million.
millions.
The fuck he said.
10,000 millions.
That's how many conversations I've fucking had. So I can fucking talk.
Yeah.
Okay. And that comes from reps. And then people are like, well, how'd you learn to speak? Well, I talk to people.
Yeah, right.
Holy fuck. Like, this is fucking simple shit. You guys just don't want to do the fucking work.
The ego on the motherfuckers who don't put in the work and expect to be somewhere that they're not. It's fucking
and it's
crazy.
easier than it's ever been. That's what pisses me the fuck off.
It's crazy.
I'm like, bro, you guys have no perspective of what the fuck this was like. You have no perspective. Like, you guys don't have to go out on your fucking feet and walk door to door to door. You don't have to fucking think about doing that. It's not even a real thing you think about. That's what the fuck we did. Because if you go back in history, you'll realize that there was no social media during the time frame I was doing this. So how the fuck do you think I did it? That's how I did it. So it's not bullshit. So you guys take for granted this opportunity that you have and then whine about it and cry about it to a motherfucker that spent 10 fucking years and made $58 fucking thousand. Do you think I have any sympathy for your fucking story?
Zero.
No, I don't. Well, let's answer another question.
That's the best part. Grinding in the penitentiary. I had my first job. I got my first job in prison, 8 cents an hour working in the scullery, washing dishes. That was my first job in my life. I've never had a fucking job. Sold drugs, went to prison, got a job for 8 cents an hour in prison. And then they told me, yeah, I got to come back the next day. I said, I ain't going back. And they're like, I'm going to put you on C status. And I said, take all my fucking shit. C status means they take your TV and your radio and that shit. I said, take that shit. I'm going to work on myself. And then I just worked on myself the whole fucking time. These motherfuckers were gonna associate with that system of going in there for some extra fucking pancakes. That's just making them fatter, fucking them over more for 8 cents a fucking hour. And then literally not understanding that this time was best spent developing the motherfucker like Andy on foot, going to every fucking door, developing these abilities to speak, the fucking relentlessness and all this shit. Every wake up, every day, everything we went through for those 10 years, what made us some motherfuckers that are different. Don't try. Everyone's trying to appear and acquire. Life's about being and becoming. That takes a long fucking time.
Well, listen, man.
I love this story. I love this story.
Yeah, I know, dude. I do too. And that's why I value stories like yours so highly. You know what I'm saying?
Went through it.
Like, bro, people who have had
adversity introduces a man to himself. A man who doesn't know himself, look at him. He ain't been through shit.
Bro, I have a massive place in my heart for people who have fucking been totally fucked in life and come out and won again.
And come on top. Yeah.
Like, bro, because of that, people are like, what? You know, why are you like that? I'm like, bro, because that's who I am. Like, I'm the dude that everybody made fun of. I'm the dude everybody told to get a real fucking job. I'm the dude that said, when are you going to grow up and fucking get a career? I'm the dude that, you know, every time I went to a fucking function, it's like, hey, you still own that little vitamin store? Yeah, motherfucker. By the way, I still own it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I've lived all that shit and that struggle, and I admire people. And by the way, guys, you trying to skip that struggle, you trying to skip what we're talking about, you are robbing yourself of literally the shit that you will derive every fucking ounce of self-worth that you will need to go through life with.
So fucking powerful.
Yes.
They want the story without the struggle.
Yes, and the struggle's the value.
They want the wisdom without the work.
Because, bro, here's the truth, and this is the motherfucking truth, bro. You could take everything from me.
You get it right back.
You could take everything from me. But if I have to go door to door, I already know I can do it. Whatever the fuck it takes.
They took everything from me and I got it back. I was a millionaire before prison. It wasn't legit, but
yeah.
I got it right back real fucking quick. We weren't. Now it's legit. Now you could sell weed and do all that shit. But yeah, there was nothing legit about it. But that's the thing. It's the traits, and that's why I say it's.
But see, dude, like these people, they want to skip all the things that are going to create the skills,
and they want to look like the motherfucker who has all that substance.
That's not where it's at, bro.
You look a motherfucker in the eyes who's been through everything. He just looks different. He feels different. He has a different energy, different aura. But motherfuckers pee on themselves over anything.
Well, dude, when you develop those real skills on the inside, bro, that's real shit, because now you're able to take your pain and your struggle and you're able to leverage that into other people so that they may not have to go through the exact same thing, and they get through their struggle faster or easier or less fucked up or less damaged and win quicker, you know? And dude, like when you guys talk about how hard it is, dude, honestly, like no bullshit. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, but I fucking laugh at you. Like I fucking laugh. Like, it's like,
fuck is hard about any of this?
Nothing.
Well, you're not. You got to do some work. You're not just watching the Kardashians eating fucking bonbons.
Bro, that's
feet kicked up. The fuck is
the
that?
Temperature, the thermostat on what's hard and easy has been totally fucked.
I've learned a couple discomfort with progress and learned a couple comfort with regression, to where my mindset, if I'm too comfortable, there's a fucking problem. Like I could never just go fucking treat myself to some fucking vacation or this or that. I just don't even give a fuck about that. I would do that for family or something if that's what they fucking needed. But man, that sounds like torture. I've literally learned to couple all discomfort with progression.
You know what's funny too, bro?
It's a different mindset.
I don't know how you are naturally, but like my natural state like is a sloth. Okay, like you guys.
Oh yeah, I naturally want to just eat everything. Yeah. I've been talking about it the whole day. I'm like, okay, I've been zero carb for like 2 weeks now. After this fucking podcast, we're gonna go grub, right? Like I just do natural.
So you eat every pancake in St. Louis.
The thing is like people are always
carb
like,
up time after this.
They're like, oh, bro, you're like a fucking lion, and you're like, bro, I'm like a fucking sloth that has to force himself to be fast. Like that's me, dude. And like we talked about this in the locker room. Like we were talking about the weight story. Like, what did I tell you guys? I said, the only reason it's like that is because I know I ain't shit. And the only way I can win is to be fucking good. That's the only way I can win. Yeah, I'm not gifted, bro.
The thing behind perfectionism and perfectionists is they crave love and attention. And so, I mean, if you're really good at fucking being a perfectionist and you accept it, then all you're really wanting is fucking to be good for people. So he's wanting to produce for people. And that's what perfectionism is.
Well, and I also understand that to cultivate discipline, we have to practice discipline.
100%.
And these little bitty things, like straightening the weights, these little bitty things like picking up specks of paper on the ground when you cross the parking lot and you're not stepping over things that should be done. Those little bitty things are investments in your discipline power. Okay. And when you have strong discipline power, that is 1/3 of the equation of happiness. It's important. Not only does it make you successful, but it also makes you fulfilled. It makes you have self-worth. It makes you understand that you are not a piece of shit. You can actually make a difference in your own life and other people's lives. And so, like, dude, it's just something you guys need to buy into if you really truly want to be happy and fulfilled. It's not, you guys are buying into a lot of the wrong shit, man. There's a lot of soft messages out there on the internet that are
fucking soft messages, automate and delegate. Like it's like the work instills the worth, motherfucker. Like you just want to pass the fucking
No, you said
buck.
it right there. The work instills the worth. That's the fucking point.
That's it.
And like you can't like work your way around that or hack your way around that. Like, bro, I talk to people all the time who are less because I was very financially successful with zero fucking discipline. So you can do it, but the problem is you'll be miserable doing
miserable as fuck.
Yeah,
that's the thing when they say I had all the money and I wasn't fulfilled, so I'm gonna get rid of the money, motherfucker. They think like detachment's real. Detachment isn't not owning anything. It's not letting anything own you. So if you're the entity, you're the strength, you're the system behind it, doesn't matter. The stuff just adds to you. Money just adds to you if you're not a broken ass bitch. Like these motherfuckers are like, the money, well, I had all the money and I was unhappy. You weren't developing yourself, you stupid motherfucker. You seen the lottery. What happens when people win the lottery? They die.
People aren't happy after they get rid of the shit.
They weren't happy with either. It starts with you. Like 100% creating the best you is the only fucking way you'll ever structure the correct life.
That's a fucking society bullshit stereotype.
They think you can only be one or the other.
No, that's right.
So if you have money, you can't be like, have some level of spiritual growth and personal development. It's one or the other, motherfucker.
That's a fucking cop-out. So
that
people don't have to do the fucking work. I don't need all those things. No shit, no, dude, nobody needs them.
Dude, literally like someone close to me was like, you see that person over there, like dancing, having fun? I'm like, are you fucking demeaning me right now? And because people always tell me to smile more, have more fun, or all this bullshit. And I'm like, that's not me, okay? Like, I'm not going to go fucking dance right there. That guy's probably fucking drunk, first off. So what you think is him living in the moment is actually him escaping reality. What most people consider living in the moment is actually them escaping their fucking reality.
That's a fact.
Because they didn't create a fucking life that they really want to live. I don't need a vacation. Have you seen my life? I don't need a vacation. Like, create the individual and the life that you don't need a break from, that you don't need to escape from. So these people are even like, they just don't get it. Like, winning is funner than fun. Like, have you ever understood what real winning is? Fuck. Like, that's crossing off, that's checking every fucking box every day to where you lay down and you're so fucking beat that you realize fatigue was the best pillow. But you checked off every box. There was no way there could fucking be anxiety or any of this fake ass shit, because guess what? That was just unmet shit that your conscience was calling you to do. You should be anxious about it. You're in the mode of constructing a future you don't want because you didn't do any of the work that your conscience was calling you to fucking do.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Lord, yeah. That's some fucking shit, man.
We're just gonna keep going. Let's get some questions.
Yeah, let me ask you this, because you guys are talking about, people.
Question number 2.
Yeah, this is question number 2. People talk about hardships and shit. What do you guys? What's your take on people who believe that their hardships are just unique to them?
That shit makes me sick. But everybody on earth thinks their problem is the biggest problem to themselves.
That's because everybody is self-serving. Look, dude, we are all imperfect, selfish fucking beings. That's the reality. We're going to come in. We come in this world alone. We go out of this world alone. It's nature. It's nature to look after yourself. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. We're all hardwired that way. And then society makes us feel guilty for it because they want us to fucking feel bad about fucking everything. So the reality of this is that we all have selfish, self-preservation instincts to start with, right? The noble thing and the growth is learning how to push that down and then leverage your experience onto the improvement of the people around you.
Like the stupidest shit is I was in the shoe with the guy. They put him in ad seg because he was a famous actor. He was from the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and he had like supposedly stabbed his chick a bunch of times. He got acquitted from it, but he was an actor in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, the Indian guy in the electronics store.
Oh, no shit.
He supposedly stabbed his chick like 22 times, and they railroaded the fuck out of him. Like the new DA wanted some fucking man years on his belt, so they fucked him over. But he hence got out on an appeal. So he did like 8 years on a supposed life sentence on the appeal because they were just fucking burning him. But he told me, he said, everything is the biggest thing in the world to everybody. And then like later I was writing something on my rack, like a post in prison. And I'm like, if you stubbed your toe all hard right now, you'd care more about that than some kid dying in another country, motherfucker. That's 100%. You would care so much more about your stub fucking toe.
And dude, at the end of the day, bro, people fake their care when in reality, it's a virtue signal. Like, and the key is to stop virtue signaling your care and actually go out and fucking win at life and teach others how to win, because that's really fucking caring. You got to actually pay a price for that, okay? It's not hard to post a fucking image or a fucking flag or whatever on your social and pretend like you give a fuck.
Okay? I stand with results is gratitude for life and other people and just really showing them what's fucking possible. Get them to live.
I think that's like the most noble thing anybody can do.
The most noble thing you could ever do is
because it takes fucking pain.
Live a life based on massive sacrifice and discipline to show people what life could really be. And then you got these people who just gave the fuck up and they're acting like acceptance of self is some form of nobility. It's disgusting.
Dude, you know what? I share that same perspective.
Fucking disgusting.
Yeah, like I'm not willing.
If you ever wish to aspire to be what you're not, you have to what you're not currently, you have to never be okay with who you are. It's as simple as it is. No one here listening should ever fucking be okay with where they're at and who they are so that they have something to work towards their entire life.
Well, yeah, because the complacency is what makes you miserable anyway.
Boredom, desire, vices.
Yes.
Boredom leads to desire, leads to vices. And people don't realize that. They have no fucking purpose, but their stupid 9 to 5 they hate. They say it's not all about money, but we never saw them get up for personal growth. They only got up for small amounts of fucking money. We got up every day to be better. So we were about actually being a better person.
You know what's funny, bro?
They never got up for that.
You know what's funny? The funniest thing about this is that the strategy to be successful in business is the same strategy we're talking about. It's about making it about them. It's about making it about your customer. The better you solve their problems, the more successful you're going to be. The reason that you guys seem to fucking not grasp this concept is because you've heard every motherfucking story about every dude out there that got rich quick or that, you know,
self-serving.
Yeah. You think it's about scamming someone or like, you got the wrong perspective. The perspective is to go so over and above and beyond for the customers that you have that they can't help but use you as the solution. And when enough people understand that, you make a whole lot of money, guys. This is people think whenever I say this shit that it's just like oh yeah, that sounds nice, but that's not really how it works. No, dude, that's how it works in the universe for yourself. That's how it works in business. These are universal laws that we're talking about. When you make it about others, you're rewarded. I truly believe, dude, that when you dedicate yourself to the betterment of others and truly fucking care, and you do it in a genuine way, even if you're getting paid for it, because people are like, oh, well, you know, you can't get paid for something that's genuine. Bullshit. I'm changing motherfuckers' lives. I deserve something back.
They got to pay attention. They won't do it for free.
Yeah, they got to have some skin in the fucking game.
They won't do it.
But the point of this is that when you pour into these people and you make it about the results for them, bro, I truly believe from karmic place, from a universal place, that the universe delivers to you.
If a man is right, his world will be right. I read that quote so long ago and I just lived by it.
Dude, have you found that to be true? Like legitimately?
100%. Even I run my business.
At least for lasting success.
I run my business through my character. If I don't break in character at all day, and I'm exactly who my conscience calls me to be, trust me, my sales funnel is it's just going off. The second I'm not aligned with the man I'm supposed to be, that shit's fucking crickets. And I compare that. Like the man I am, the man I'm supposed to be, the way I show up is directly like universally connected to the amount of people that are drawn to you. But how could it not be? Because you're essentially in my business, I'm selling character and growth and a life that's possible.
Well, dude, and also, karmically, like you talked about
100%.
the karmic debt, right?
Yeah.
Like your happiness in the moment. Like you're never going to feel like
drawing them in.
You're never going to feel better than you feel right after from changing someone's shit.
You come down off this so high, you're about to like throw up. You have to unwind from shit like this. Like that's why I said like the 2 rules, discipline rules, I teach people to break out of a negative state. One of the rules is becoming the source of what you seek. That's like AA. And it's like to stay sober, you have to get someone sober. But if you want inner peace, you can go give someone inner peace and you'll be free from your selfish self-talk. Because the only reason you're tormenting yourself is because you're so worried about self. You're just fucking self-absorbed, self-consumed. And that's not what the world's supposed to be. You're supposed to build the best you, and the rest of the day work on other people. The morning is best spent building the best you. The rest of the day is gifting that to other people. That's how you live a sound life. And the whole thing is people have a low work ethic and high expectations that leads to unfulfillment. But the reality is you have to have a hard work ethic and low expectations. That's how you'll be fulfilled. And that's what prison was for me. I had the hardest work ethic of a man you could ever see. I had no expectations because I was in prison. And I was so fucking fulfilled it'd blow your mind.
I love it, dude.
Guys, our third and final question. Question number 3. What kind of people do you keep in your circles? Who's with you? Are they different? Are they the same 5 people in personality types? Who do you keep in your circle?
People earn their position. I mean, in my spot, like everything about me is law of attraction. Like even everything was like people come to me because I put out who I am and put out positivity. I even work with a lot of CEOs who I'm like, why don't you have a social media page, dumb fuck? And they got like 150 fucking employees. I don't know. I just never was big on social media. Well, you have a problem in hiring employees and keeping them, right? They don't know who the fuck you are. Like if Andy puts out who he is for fucking 5 fucking years and he has to fulfill 400 employees here, they know who the fuck Andy is.
They know what to expect
they're
coming
getting.
Yes.
Like, dude, so I work with CEOs. I'm like, let's make you a page, talk about who you are, quit hiring with the fucking suit on, some person you're not, and fulfilling all these positions at your fucking corporation of a guy they don't even fucking know.
Right.
Like you'll have them just want to even like mentee under you. Like they love you so much. Like they will already come in knowing what they got to do, knowing that the weights should be twisted a certain way, knowing that if you piss on the fucking toilet seat, you're gone, bitch. Like all this fucking shit. Like good. Like they need to know that. I never understood why people didn't want inbound. Like, so you're always just searching like a needle in a haystack, you stupid motherfucker. Like, what the fuck is that? Hey, I'm just going to guesstimate. I even did that with my chick now. Like, she was on my fucking program, learned from me for fucking 2 years. And like, I changed her life. And I got on a Zoom call. I'm like, hey, I had a falling out with my last relationship, whatever. But then I get on a Zoom call. I'm like, hey, would you want to go to dinner? Oh, of course. And yeah, now we're together. Everything I brought into my circle brought to me. But that's the thing. Like, people don't realize law of attraction is real with the internet, but you have to be one thing, authentic. How are you ever going to be authentic in this world full of people who fucking feel like imposter syndrome is some shit? Well, hey, guess what? Smart motherfuckers out there. Quit self-sabotaging yourself every day, and maybe you'll actually be your authentic self. Like, what the fuck?
I think being authentic too, man. And I want to answer this question because I've actually learned a lesson about this recently. But, I think people hear authentic and they think like, being authentic on the internet is authentic. Like, no, you have to be
not just on the internet.
Yeah. Like you have to like walk around like that. Like,
I was yelling at people in prison. Like, this is how the fuck I am 24/7.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers like try to get on internet and try to like develop some persona. And everyone's like, oh, that ain't you, stupid. Shut the fuck up and get out of here.
Dude, I get that a lot. Like the one thing people always say to me is they're like, bro, they say it like surprise too.
Yeah.
They're like, you're the same dude you are on your show. I'm like, dude, I don't know how to be anything
Your
else.
personality is so fucking bold and your voice is so good and all this shit. They couldn't fathom being that because they didn't put in the fucking work.
Well,
I
appreciate that.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck? Like, how could you even be that? And they've silenced themselves. They took their voice away.
Yeah.
Like, in all reality, I always tell people they had to check in, and that's why they're like that. I never had to check in. I never listened to my parents. Never had a fucking job. I went to fucking prison, didn't fucking listen. Like, I never fucking listened. So this is why the fuck I'm like this. Like, you went to a job and fully fucking listened to them. You listen to this, you listen to that. You fucking, everyone told you not to talk that way. You listened. Like, fuck. Like, everyone just got censored. I'm sick of people like
self-censored.
Why the fuck are they doing that? Like,
because they've been culturally indoctrinated through it for the last 20 years, bro.
Censorship is disgusting.
Yeah, we didn't have, like, dude, when I was growing up as a teenager, guys, it wasn't like this. Like, I'm not that much older than a lot of the younger people listening, but I'm old enough to remember that it was different. And you guys aren't. And like, dude, this politically correct shit that you guys are like all worried about offending people.
Fuck that.
Yeah, bro, that is all cultural indoctrination to shame you for your thoughts so that you do not voice them so that they can control more of the society that we live in.
Look up like the Hertz frequency chart. Shame is at the bottom. Guilt and shame are the very bottom. If you'd rather just be angry. That's at least like a 150, 180 on this frequency scale that we operate from with our emotions. Guilt and shame are at the bottom, and everyone's being shamed and guilted into all this fucking shit. It's disgusting. Like, I don't want you to feel shame and guilt for being fat or these things or your choices or whatever. I want you to fucking change them. If it stings, change it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good perspective. On the inner circle question.
Oh yeah, we got off topic on that one.
Yeah, but I think it's important. Like,
it's always like that. Fuck that.
This, the concept of this has changed for me over the years. And specifically recently, I've started to notice who's been there and who hasn't been there. And, you know, I spent a lot of time over the last 20 years really concerned about people that just aren't fucking concerned about me. And I regret that time. You know what I'm saying? I've just recently started to put up boundaries with my energy in terms of those kind of things. Because what I've realized,
like,
dude,
who's allowed to?
There's a lot of people that I have been pouring into for long periods of time that just clearly do not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've started to realize that. And like, you know, the more success that I've gotten, everybody wants to be your friend and everybody's cool and everybody's this and that. And the truth of the matter is, and this is true for, I think, all of you guys, I think you've probably got less than 5 people in your life that you could actually fucking count on. Actually fucking count.
It's fucking completely true. Four quarters, fuck the 100 pennies.
Yeah, dude. And I think the thing about inner circle, you know, that's true for me. You know, then there's a little bit bigger circle outside of that. And then there's the everybody else.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it's important for you guys to understand that as you become, because a lot of you guys are going to become super successful. That's why you're consuming this content. And I think it's important for you to really understand and look into why people are surrounding around you, because it's very easy when you start to first become successful to believe that you're just really fucking cool and that everybody fucking likes you. And it's just not the case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
the best part is when you deliver hard content and truth like us, like I'll tell it to everybody. So that weeds them out real quick.
Yeah,
like
for
they're
sure.
Gonna level up or get the fuck away from me.
Yeah. And dude, I've gotten to the point, you know, for me, you mentioned extreme ownership. I actually think that there's a part of extreme ownership where you can go too far.
No, there 100%.
Yeah.
I did that for a large portion of my life.
Me too, bro. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like,
it was needed though.
I was owning,
that to be where we're at.
I'm owning other people's decisions as if they're my decision. And I've just learned that I have, you know, I can influence, I can tell people, like I could, just like the last 2.5 years, DJ, I've told every motherfucker, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Don't step in that fucking hole. And the whole world went and stepped in the fucking hole. You know what I'm saying? So like, that ain't my fault, you know? But what I want you all to understand is that you have to really be smart about who you let in internally, because if you let the wrong people inside your circle and you've got good shit going on, bad shit can happen real fast.
100%.
Yeah.
But to get where you're at and where we're at, like they say you attract relationships aligned with the level of healing you needed. So you needed those answers somehow. Like somehow you needed the snake to come in to be like, okay, I learned that right now before it was worse. So I've always learned that everything worked out how the fuck it should.
For me, it wasn't like a snake. It's not one single snake. It's just me thinking that everybody's my actual friend.
Yeah.
And like, because I look at everybody and I have the best intention for them. Like I look at all these guys in this room and I really, truly, and I know you think this too.
Always.
I really, truly want the best for them. I look at people that fucking hate me and I don't think like, hey, fuck that guy.
No.
You know what I think?
Well, the one thing is I've learned over time is you release what you possess.
Well, what I think for those dudes is this, man, I wonder what happened to them to make them feel that way. I hope they figure it out.
Yeah.
And I don't say that from a smart ass place. I say it from a genuine place.
I kind of go roundabout. At first, I'm like, I want to smash your fucking head in. I'll kill you. I'll hate you, motherfucker. Yeah. I'll cut your fucking head off. And then I'm like, oh, I can't release that. I'm starting to feel like shit. So like, be aware of yourself. As you start to have certain thoughts about people, certain energy towards them, start to see how it makes you feel. So like, what you possess, what you release. So I'm releasing that negativity. I'm feeling it. I'm like, oh, wait. Let me be selfish real quick. I don't want to feel like shit. So I'm just going to send you love, motherfucker. I'm going to send you some nice understanding.
I also truly believe, bro, like I truly fucking believe this. Like none of you in this room, none of you listening to this could convince me this isn't how it works. When you wish good on people and you celebrate their wins, even if they're your competitors, even if they're someone who you're fiercely competitive with, and you celebrate their wins, you're going to win more. 100%. That's reality. But also, when your competitors go down, okay, and something bad happens to them and you pile on, bro, that means you're going to lose too.
It'd be 10 times
right.
worse.
And so, dude, you have to really fucking live that golden rule, which is like do unto others
100%. So
as you would want done unto you, even with your intent. And so when we think about, like, because a lot of people don't think this way, they're missing the whole concept. It's not just about celebrating the wins when people are winning. It's also about not kicking them when they're down. So like if you're somebody who like, you know, you selectively celebrate.
I don't want to see someone really get broken
me
down
neither,
around
bro.
me because
I hate it.
But then it's just like the liability created there too, because I mean, people always say money's the root of all evil, but lack of money is. So I mean, once people fucking like really are broken to a bad point, now there's like one more sour, broken human around. I'd rather see everyone win
bro.
than have to be that way.
Bro, there's people that we know, that both of us know, that fucking hate me. Okay? But I still wish the best for them.
Oh, the best.
The best.
I don't even have any energy to even
That's
wish
what
them
I'm saying.
Else. I've never even considered anything else. It's just like,
but
hey,
dude,
hopefully you're fucking winning. I'm winning.
All the real world evidence in my life, like all the success that I've had and all the shit you guys see, and you're like, man, that's pretty fucking cool. That never came in my life until I figured that out.
Well, forward progress is a true, like, actual, like, determining factor that someone is a positive individual. Like, if you continue to have forward progress like you do, that means this motherfucker has positive actions, positive intentions, and positive energy. It can't happen any other way. Like,
I don't believe it can.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Yeah, and that's why I think a lot of people get in that purgatory, right?
Yeah.
They get a little, they can grind out a little bit of wins. They can, like, bro, I was able to grind out a couple $100,000 a year. I could grind that out.
Yeah.
All right. That wasn't a fucking win.
Constant elevation comes from like universal alignment.
When everything started changing, when everything in my life started changing is when I figured out what I just shared with you guys, which is cheer for people who are winning and don't fucking be happy when you see people take a hit. Like if you can clear your intent to that point in time, you then make room for literally so many great things in your life. And dude, I truly believe that was a turning point for me.
Hugest.
Yeah, because like, dude, I was probably 9 years, 10 years into my business before I figured this out. You know, I was a hater motherfucker, like a lot of you guys listening out there. Like, to be completely honest, like a lot of you guys see people that you don't like, and you know, when shit happens, you pile on, or when they win, you get jealous. When I cut that shit out, dude, and I started being grateful for every experience, and instead of being upset about it, looking at how I could learn to make it better, and then starting to see wins as inspiring, and started to see losses as, man, I that sucks, man. Like I know that dude's guilty of that, and I know that, you know, that's the law and that's the punishment, or that's the way it goes. But like, I still don't like to see it.
Yeah, I hope
they get it. I hope, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And by the way, these thought processes are not natural to us because of the environment that we live in. We live in a very toxic, very jealous, very negative, very shameful culture.
There's no grace no more.
No. Which is ironic because
we get supplied the narrative to like, hey, you should like want that to happen to your enemy. So you're like supplied the narrative through like,
but it's not the way it works.
Exactly. So you're supplied that. And so I go that route for 1 second. like, yeah. And then I'm like, nah, that don't feel right at all. And then I veered to the right, straight, man, I don't want that to happen to that person.
Yeah.
But that dialogue, and a lot of people don't really think. Like a lot of people just criticize and self-criticize.
Yeah.
The only time you're ever thinking is when there's a dialogue between two parties. So it actually has to happen where you go, yeah, I want that. Like, yeah, fuck that motherfucker. And you're like, nah, that ain't right at all.
That's
now,
what I'm saying.
Now
it's
you've chosen that.
So
if there's
people,
not two parties speaking in your head, you're not thinking actually.
yeah, bro, Wes, that's what I'm talking about, dude. It's a discipline to learn how to think like
100%.
that. Yeah, and you got, like, I get so many people when I talk about this one little topic. This topic, by the way,
it's a discipline that's backed up by a core belief that's universal like ours.
Yeah, you guys, this thing I'm talking about right now is the most powerful fucking thing you could ever fucking understand or put into play. And a lot of people will hit me up and they're like, well, how'd you get yourself to think like that? Well, I practiced, right? Like I caught myself.
Catch yourself.
Yeah,
right awareness. So they say like, well, you're the awareness behind your thoughts and emotions.
Yeah, bro.
You're not your thoughts and emotions. You're the awareness behind them.
Absolutely, dude. If you're not aware enough to catch your own fucking fuck ups, how can you ever fix them?
Then you're not able to discern between it. When I went down this thought pattern, I felt this way. When I went down this thought pattern, I felt this way. When I went down this thought pattern, this happened. When I went down this one, this happened. It's all like people who are natural observers, like the observer stays unaffected. But people who absorb everything, they completely walk the one path that makes them feel the best at the moment. And they think their feelings are facts, but they're not.
I think if you guys can understand that your natural reaction is like an indicator to think, right? You see someone that you don't like,
That's
have a
perfect fucking way to say
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's crazy.
right?
That's crazy.
Like so like when you see someone win and you feel jealousy and it feels bad, right? These negative emotions are the actual trigger for us to reevaluate.
Dude,
right.
So fucking good.
Yeah, and
That's
these guys who listen to the show, just like they think I have some super fucking powers, like I don't. They think that when they don't like when they get jealous, they already fucked it up. That's not it, dude. There's like a training period that goes on here where even today, like sometimes when I hear about people losing, there's still like a little tick in there where I'm like, well, that's what the fuck you get. And then I'm like, fuck, but that sucks.
Yeah.
Right. And I redirect my thought to correct that. And then I believe that. That's when I choose to believe. And your instant result, your instant fucking reaction is not the way that creates your intent.
Yeah.
You can correct that. So like you have to understand that while right now, when you see someone that you don't like lose, it makes you happy. You have a chance to correct that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I shouldn't be happy that someone's going through pain.
Those are your core beliefs.
I shouldn't be happy that someone's suffering. That's not good.
I think people should understand.
If you get happy that someone is suffering,
yeah,
you will fucking suffer.
Right.
Well, now you've attached like a positive emotion to like a negative event, which quantum theory would say that now you're starting to draw that in. So now you're attaching attaching a positive emotion to negative events. So then that'll draw that closer.
That's right. You're telling the universe very simply,
I want this.
This is what I want.
This is what I want. This makes me happy. So you're drawing more negativity.
So you'll fucking lose.
And then that's the opposite of when people are like jealous or envy success. Like you always say, like we always went over the same thing about sharing people's wins, is that the fucking the jealousy and envy that you put towards a positive thing like success, quantum theory makes you separate the two because you don't want it. You're telling the universe you don't fuck it. You want it or you don't want it. That's what people don't realize. They're so fucked up with all that shit.
Nah, bro, they're backwards in their heart is what it is.
Well, they never took the time to really like sit down and structure their core beliefs in times of adversity. And any negativity is adversity, even if it's just negative thought or negative feelings inside. And when you've been during times of adversity through our thoughts and our actions, we solidify our core beliefs. And so you've been through so much adversity and so many things have happened that finally you came to this core belief of it's not right to be that other. They just haven't had enough experience. So these are inexperienced people that are really immature, just spouting off whatever the fuck they feel and their low ass level of growth.
Yeah. And then they don't figure out that the reason their life looks the way it looks is because when you see someone else lose and you get happy about it, or you try to create a loss for someone else, you are literally telling the universe that shitty fucking life that you live is what the fuck you want.
So fucking great.
Yeah.
It's so
like,
true.
Like, dude,
everyone look around at people and just know how fucking true that is.
It just is. So it's not just about rooting for their wins, which is the one I always talk about, right? Like I always talk about in my story. Cheer when you see people win. Root for people. But I don't talk about the not hating
There's
shit.
the flip side of that.
Yeah, like, dude, if you are honest with yourself, if you're fucking honest with yourself right fucking now, and you look around, if you're listening to the car and look at the car you're driving, and if you're in the house, look around the house you live in, okay? If it's not what the fuck you want, I ask you to legitimately audit how you feel when you see someone that you don't necessarily care for lose. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself.
See, bro, most people ain't ready for that.
No, they ain't. But that's the first step. That's the first step to fixing your shit.
That's real.
Okay? And I'm not dogging on anybody. I'm not trying to be disrespectful because life isn't about material things. I love material shit. I love cars. I'm a huge petrol guy. Yeah. And not EV. Okay? But the point is that those things are all cool, but they don't make a fuck's bit of difference to my life. They really don't.
Yeah.
They really don't. Okay? Life is about what we're talking about here. Life is about understanding where we are, what we could be, and how that will impact the people becoming up behind us. Because the truth is, we're going to be fucking dust. The only thing that's going to matter in our entire fucking lives, whether we get recognized for it or we don't, is the contributions we make to others. It's the only thing that will ever last and that is ever eternal. Because if you can change one person's life, if you could change two people's lives and they go out and they change, that could be the motherfucker that changes fucking everybody. You have no idea where that ends. So the only real legacy that any of us can have is not a name on our fucking building. It's not a fucking big company. It's none of this shit. It's what the legacy impact will be by what you've built in your own life and how that inspires other people to live. That is the only fucking thing that is actually matters in this world. It's the truth. Okay, you could talk about everything else, and you could talk about, well, my family matters. Well, no shit, but that's included in what I'm talking about. If you're a shitty person and you're living the wrong way, and by the way, dude, I'm not Jesus. I got lots of shit to work on. So don't take this as like I'm in my ivory tower saying I'm fucking perfect and you ain't. That's not it at all.
Oh, man.
What I am saying is that I come to work, I come to life every single day and try to be fucking better, hoping that somebody out there in the internet watching or somebody in this building will be better because of it. It's the only thing I've ever found true fulfillment in.
Personify the teachings and others will wish to learn.
Yeah.
People don't walk it and they just expect people to follow their, how do I get my son? That's always that, Wes, how do I get my 14-year-old nephew to listen to me? I'm like,
well, are you someone worth listening to?
Hey, you don't even listen to you, motherfucker. Why would he listen to you?
Yeah.
Like, you don't listen to you. This guy, he asked me one time, he said, Wes, my 14-year-old nephew is going down the path that you went down and I went down. How do I get him to listen to me? I said, you're like 7 years behind. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I wouldn't fucking listen to you for one fucking second. What the fuck have you done? I'm like, look it, bro. Why would he listen to you? What have you done? And he's like, oh shit. I'm like, bro, let's go even deeper. You don't even fucking listen to you. You didn't even listen to you today, bro. Who the fuck should listen to you?
Yeah.
And that's the point. Is like,
that takes real fucking honest assessment of yourself.
If you really want to make change in the world or in your family and the people around you, you have to change your fucking self. You have to make it attractive.
And stop pretending that you are the thing that everybody should listen to, bro. You're not. I'm not even. There's plenty of motherfuckers that shouldn't listen to me. It's all the motherfuckers doing better. And there's a lot of them. Okay? All we can do is live the example that we could, our own self-actualized example. What is the fulfillment of the potential?
Admire what you admire.
Yeah, bro. Not everybody has the same potential. Like, for whatever reason that I don't know the answer to, some of us are born in certain situations. Some of us are born and better. Some of us are born and worse. That's the way it is. So where you start definitely matters, but where you end up matters a whole lot fucking more. And bro, you know how many people I know in this building who are, dude, I'm not going to say his name, but this really touched me. A couple weeks ago, I had my suit guy, okay, David August, who is the same suit guy that does Conor McGregor suits. He does a bunch of celebrities, and they did Kobe when Kobe was still with us. And my suit guy came in, and I had all of my team fitted for suits. My personal team, which is all of these guys in this room and all of my e-com guys. Everybody got 2 suits, okay? The bill was well into the 6 figures, just so we're aware. Okay. Big gift. These are not like Men's Warehouse suits. These are like
fucking pimping.
Yeah, they're fucking $6,000, $7,000 a piece. These are the fucking best suits you could fucking get in the fucking planet. And I wanted to do something nice for all these dudes. And I got this text. It says, I wanted to thank you again for the badass suits you got for myself and the rest of the team. The experience of doing that was something that I've only seen on TV before and one I have always dreamed of. And now I've actually experienced that luxury firsthand myself, and it's a really special feeling. I was delivering pizzas 3 years ago. In 2 weeks, I'm closing on my new house. It won't be my last new house either, but it will be the nicest house that I've personally ever lived in or that anyone in my family has ever owned, and I'm buying it myself at 25. I've been able to do that through everything that you've built and taught us and the opportunity you've created for me. I know you get thousands of these types of messages about how you change people's lives he says, I know because I help manage the emails that come through your website. But I want you to know that everything you do for me and everyone else up here at HQ is truly appreciated. I know you had to do a lot and go through a lot of hard work for a very long time to be able to create the opportunity that I have, and I am extremely thankful. While this does not seem like anywhere near enough, I just want to say thank you.
It's fucking massive.
Bro, that's what the fuck it is, man.
So the reality is, like, people live up to your expectations for them, not their potential. So as a leader, you have such high expectations from everyone around here. But that's the biggest thing. You set the bar high. The standards.
Yeah, but bro, you guys are out there listening,
fucking
man.
Awesome.
Like, this is what the fuck it means when you go through all this shit. Like, this dude has never lived in a fucking house like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're changing the trajectory of family fucking trees.
Bring
man.
up people.
It's I think, and I know for sure it's my purpose.
So
I think it's all of our purposes.
One of my programs is they'll come on my program. They'll learn their macros. They'll drop their addictions, their vices, their bad habits. They'll get fit. They're coming because they're in a bad place. So I've had a couple guys come in a bad place. One of them was a truck driver, and he's a Hispanic dude. He's all blasted. He's from a hood in fucking San Gabriel Valley. And then he goes, he's like, I need help, dude. I'm drinking too much. My marriage, like, fuck, like I got to get my life straight. And end up getting him ripped over like the period of a year. And then after he gets ripped over the period of a year, drops his drinking, gets his habits in line, starts changing his life. Then he finally goes, hey, can you teach me to do what you do? So now he's made multi-million dollars, millions of dollars, training people, got him in shape, changed his whole life, changed his life trajectory. And if kids work for him, help him out. And I mean, we just completely altered his, it's like, if you were to tell someone, hey, I watched the guy's video on fucking YouTube, a fucking video on YouTube. I believe what the guy fucking said. I signed up for his program that was $299 a month. I rode that program for like 10 months. He changed my fucking life. And I signed up for his next program where he taught me how to do what he does. And holy shit, I've made millions of dollars and my whole life is completely different. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, bro, listen, this is for you guys though. Like, when you guys think about like what your purpose is, like you think, you know, your kids, right? Like you think about your kids, and a lot of people will talk about, well, I just want my kids to have more than me. But that impact, you're not going to succeed at that unless you are actually becoming the leader that you could be. And that's what you're not understanding.
So a 6 can't lead 8s and 9s.
No, that's it. Like, they can't do better than you if you're not doing what the fuck you can.
It's a 10 to lead 8s.
And here's the great part about it. When you become what it is that you can, you're not only inspiring your fucking kids, you're inspiring fucking everybody. And bro, in my opinion, there's nothing more noble than a life lived to the potential or close to the potential of what someone's capable of because of the ripple effect that it makes. And there's never been a more important time than what there has been right now in this world. We have fucking degradation and regression of society everywhere. We've got high crime. We've got poverty. We have lack of hope. People need inspiration. We talked about this. I don't know if we talked about this on the show.
Greatest gift you can give him.
Yeah, but I shared your post the other day because you were like, he was posting in front of his cars and he's like, bro, flex. The thing
I said flex, then flex fucking harder.
Yeah, and
because
dude,
you're stealing the inspiration from the younger generations. And I actually got that part from you. And then I went deeper into like why it would make someone feel insecure. Like that's the whole thing. As you level up, you're going to meet two people you make insecure and the people you make inspired.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the whole thing.
It comes with it.
It comes with the territory.
Yeah. Well, dude, listen, man. I really appreciate you making the trip to come out here.
Oh, it's fucking lovely. This is a life changer because just this level, everything you do for everyone here. I mean, you've really put forth an effort as a man to show up at a level most motherfuckers could never fathom.
Man, I appreciate that. Like I told you guys in the locker room, like I'm learning every day.
I listen to very fucking few people. Like they got to earn the respect for you to listen to them. That's what everyone should know. Like quit just fucking listening to anybody who's talking. Make sure they got the fucking results in the area that you fucking want. I mean, it's the reality of it.
Well, why wouldn't they do that? That's like
I don't understand why they do it. They just kind of listen to anyone who makes some.
Isn't that
sense.
Weird?
It's crazy.
Like, dude, the people I've always listened to, I want to look at people who are getting results. Like I've never listened to someone who doesn't have what I want.
Exactly.
Like I listen to people who have what I want. And it's weird to me, like it's bizarre to me that there's so many people out there saying like this soft, like we talked about the soft message, like guys, there's a lot of people spewing idealistic, non-accurate, real shit. Okay. Like they're telling you to do things that I can tell you for sure don't work in reality because it sounds poetic or it sounds soft or it sounds real or ideal. I'm sorry. It sounds nice. It sounds really nice.
Comfortable.
Yeah. But that's not reality, bro.
The reality is kindness breeds a lack of accountability. And the reality.
Too much kindness can.
Too much kindness breeds that. Well, the thing is, kindness is the definition. Their definition of kindness is a fucking problem. And I tell people stern with self, kind to others. But what's your definition of kindness? Mine is to not lie to them, to really give them the path, to give them the strategies, the systems, and actually be the living example of what they could fucking do.
Yeah.
And it's just
you're doing it, bro.
People's definition of kindness is flawed.
You're doing it, bro. And it's inspiring to see you come in 4 years, how far you've come. And I know how far you're going to go. And I'm looking forward to having you back out, bro, and give some more free game out.
Definitely be here.
Yeah. I appreciate you making the trip and just keep doing what you're doing, man. And if you guys, where can they follow you?
So it's at Watson_fit on Instagram. And then it's GP Penitentiary Life on YouTube. I mean, GP stands for general population. That's like the hardest of the hard in prison. These are like, even going back to the start, prison stories. We got like 80 million views on that YouTube channel. Or you can go to weswatson.com to sign up for coaching. I mean, everybody needs to fucking realize if you keep showing up to the same shit every fucking day and you're not getting drastic results, it's not only fucking foolish, it's completely selfish to everybody who's watching you and believes in you. You have to continually fucking progress. People are watching. You can't make it about you and say, I'm just doing me. I'm just doing me. You're fucking 52. Haven't you elevated past you yet? You big enigma, you fucking piece of shit. Get some fucking results for the people around you and show them that it's possible. And this is for all your fucking
It's
people.
a fucking
I'd
obligation.
rather fucking die. It's an obligation than not show up and get fucking results. That's the most common man on the planet, like I said, is a consistent man with no fucking results. And the talented man who has no fucking work ethic. But yeah, weswatson.com, at Watson_fit, and GP Penitentiary Life on YouTube. We also have a Spotify, which is the same name as YouTube. But just, you guys take it with you. Like, we're not going to fucking stop. No, there's going to be no point where I'm going to say, oh, this just isn't fulfilling me anymore. It's not about me. You guys need to wake up tomorrow and just say, it's not fucking about me. Not with my diet, not with my workout, not with the work I have to do at my business, not with my mood, not with any fucking thing. It's not about you. It never was. As soon as you get past you and your fucking little feelers, you're going to make it somewhere in life.
This is a good place to also remind you guys that I have a whole bunch of new shit coming your way. So you saying that is funny because I just, over the last 6 months, started remembering like, why am I doing this? Oh yeah. You are actually failing people by not fucking putting your shit out.
Every fucking successful man needs a fucking outlet.
I made it about me for a little bit though.
Yeah.
I made it about like, bro, I'm tired.
I'm too busy. I can't do it.
It's not too busy. Dude, look, I don't like attention. Like contrary to what people think, I fucking hate attention. I'm an introvert, dude. I just want to be left alone. And that got me into thinking.
That doesn't serve nobody.
I know, dude. And it got me feeling off. And I was like, fuck.
Well, that's the thing. When you have so much to give, I want to tell all you successful motherfuckers out there that if you don't have an outlet where you're giving massive access to people through your wisdom and knowledge, it will fester inside you. It'll turn into pain. That's why I like that dude who's in your elevator, who's so balling, he's hiding all his wealth, he's hiding his success. He's fucking miserable. But the stupid motherfucker who will show you his success, he'll share it all with you. Like my dumbass, I'm completely fucking an open book, and I'd love to share it with you. That's the dude who's more humble than the guy who's wearing the Kohl's shit, doesn't want you to know he has money. He don't even want you to know he has anything. If you knew he had money, he'd probably fucking call the cops on you. And this is the difference. Like literally show who you are, share your story, show your fucking wins, and then make sure you have an outlet to share how you got there, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your techniques and your blueprints with the fucking world. Why is that so fucking difficult?
Because the whole world is culturally indoctrinated to shame everybody for
Fucking
that winning.
Crazy.
Yeah. And because they don't want people to win. That's what you guys have to understand. The whole dynamic that is set up in society right now is to keep winning from happening. They want to make it seem like it's impossible for you. They want to make it seem like it's for other people, not you. Because if you all go out and win, you don't need them. You don't need them. And that takes their fucking income away, right? Because the more independent our culture becomes, the smaller our government will naturally be, the less taxes they can take. That hurts them. That serves you. So realize, like when you are sitting there and you're like, fuck, should I go work out? If you consider yourself a patriotic American, the answer is fucking yes, every single time. It's a duty. It's an obligation. There are minimal expectations of living in this country besides paying your tax, which 53% of the motherfucking country doesn't even do. Okay? But that's my end of my fucking rant on that. The point is, bro, we could go all day. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming out.
Man, this meant the fucking world.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude. It was we could go for 10 hours.
Just keep fucking going.
And we will. We'll do more of this.